not necessarily his fault, but just something was not working with Rainbow, and maybe DG have found what they were looking for in Carnage. So we'll just have to see during this match, Obey Alliance versus Disrupt Gaming on Consulate. This is the North America Challenger League, and Razors is gracious enough to have me on his channel tonight. So I'll just say it for the first time, which I haven't said it enough already, is thank you, Razors,
Oh,
for
no
having
problem.
me on your channel with you.
Oh, no problem. I definitely. I'm just surprised that like Uzumaki is streaming by himself. I'm definitely would not like to be in that situation. Uzumaki is a good enough caster to where he makes it work, but it's definitely very tolling on your voice. So.
And he's doing the spectator by himself too.
Yes.
I might reach out to him and maybe try to do the do a match with him on one of the next play days.
Yeah.
If he hasn't found somebody to help him out. Um, but anyway, as we go into the ban phase, Capitao, Thermite, Mira, and Echo. Echo and Mira, we see them banned a lot. Thermite seems to be on Consulate becoming a more and more popular ban, and you have to as a viewer, you say, why is Thermite being banned so much on Consulate? Well, as of recent times, when it comes to Consulate, it is one of the most balanced maps when it comes to attacking and defending. It's like 51% in favor of the defense one week, and the next week it's 51% in favor of the attack. And some of the Thermite getting banned could be playing towards that a little bit, but basically what everyone seems to be realizing is that the garage bottom floor of Consulate is the best site to defend when it comes to just trying to throw the attack off and establishing yourself in a round with defined anchor positions and a specific way that people typically like to roam. Obviously, we're not seeing that site first. DG going a little bit off, especially bringing in a clash and going to typically like what is considered an off site, but because the garage is such a powerful site to defend, banning Thermite only makes it more powerful, giving the defenders that sort of fallback location to say, okay, we lost in lobby or we lost upstairs. Let's just go downstairs, win this next attack, and regroup and try one of those other sites again. So we're just gonna have to see how Obey play it out. Probably not having brought the appropriate operators to attack a lot defense.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. As we are saying, like with the sites, I think this is definitely a map where your site choice doesn't really matter too much, as a lot of them are fairly defendable, especially the top and bottom, and even the main lobby. We'll see a lot of teams choose to go there just to throw the team off, but it's definitely a very strong map for a defense. And even noticing right off the back, looks like Yeti taking a little bit of damage, and also Spades bringing that clash out is going to be an interesting choice here coming on to a top floor defense. Or main lobby defense, my apologies.
Yeah, the thing about Clash is this is where she's most effective right here. You know that there is a specific room that the attackers want to get into, which is the projector room. And Spades is going to just sit here and be a nuisance, giving callouts as if he, was a Montaigne on attack kind of thing, doing a little bit of damage here and there with his shield in terms of like shocking damage, but it's going to delay Obey's push for a very, very long time. Abinai does have his concussions in hand, so he could use those to try to dislodge Spades from a location, but the rest of his team has to be in position to try to pick up that frag, or else that utility is going to be completely wasted. Call out right now on the outside of console repel, going to drone, knowing that there is a player sitting inside of the cubby holding a long angle. He's going to try to lock him down, as Abinai has taken control of projector, but is definitely in a position. Oh, what a shot from Abinai, and Fozo trading it right back, but then Spades and Carnage coming back with a vengeance, as Reed is going to pick up one as well. Now Callout is going to rotate back towards a position where they can actually go for a execute, because they're running out of time at this point and they haven't gained the control that they actually need. They are still outside of Yellow Staircase, not even in full control of it.
Did your stream just go down?
No, I'm still in it, so I will continue going if you have to
yeah.
refresh.
I've got to
Um,
refresh.
Reed right now playing inside of Zig hallway, waiting for this inevitable push from the attackers. Could pick off one if they don't know that he's there. Some shots coming in towards Yeti, playing behind the bomb inside of Piano, as it looks like Reed is going to pick up one. Yeti's going to get bucked out of his position and relocate himself. Going for a little bit of pre-fire towards the main lobby. Fozo picking up one. Oh, Yeti now in a 1v1 scenario. Can he win this fight? There's only 10 seconds left. Fozo's going to have to push or go for the plant, but Yeti is going to win it out. Great plays from Yeti. And a great try from Obey. That was a lot closer than I thought it would be given the positions. But Yeti is going to prove to be too strong in that position behind the piano.
Yeah, definitely a very strong position to hold with that ACOG, and I'm not sure what happened there with the clean feed, but we do have it back now, so we should be able to hopefully observe for the rest of this map. And it does look like we're going to be seeing the top floor now come out from DG, bringing a Pulse as a 6 pick here. Definitely a strong choice, especially for a top floor defense. Really able to gather a lot of intel, especially if you place him early down inside of archives, and able to really see if they're making that push from CEO or from the console side. So definitely not uncommon whatsoever to see a Pulse brought on consulate.
The thing about Pulse being brought is that if IQ isn't banned, you always have to watch out for that. But Pulse's objective here, playing on this site itself, is going to be to gather as much intel as possible, try to keep control of the middle floor, and go for an eventual C4 from below to either, deny the plant from going down or to just give his team a man advantage. Spades also playing on the Mozzie could play into this same kind of strategy as well. If he captures a drone and places it in a position to watch one of the bomb sites, he can play down below with his C4 if his team is in a position to have lost control of one of the sites at that point. Obey right now, bringing the Lion actually, could help them out. I'm not sure if they brought the Lion because they were going upstairs, but they 6th picked to it, so obviously they wouldn't know that it was happening. Yeti now playing inside of the main lobby as Thumbus holds down the yellow staircase. The yellow staircase is probably the most influential position on this site. If a defensive team finds themselves in for example, a 2v5 scenario, if they still have control of yellow stairs, they can still win the round because of the angles that position utilizes to defend both of the sites potentially. So, as a little bit of pressure is being applied to Yeti, he is going to get droned out, and there's going to be a push coming up the yellow staircase. He's now trapped in this corner, and they're holding him in his position, calling in the Lion to force him to stand still in order to not give away his position. Free Fire not landing on its mark, but they're definitely trying to pinch him right now as Thumbus is coming for the help. Yeti will pick up one onto Abinai, and then Thumbus coming right back to pick up that attacker trying to come in for the trade. Yeti on a very, very low amount of health, but his job has effectively been accomplished at this point.
Yeah, an excellent roam here from Yeti inside of Piano, of all places, really being able to take down those attackers on the yellow stairs, and he's even rotated his way into bathroom in order to waste more time, as about half of the rounds has already been taken off of the board, and 2 members, the Nomad and the Zofia, are taken out for the attack. Again, Yeti has been left on little HP, but ultimately it's not going to really matter as he's still able to waste time. He still has that Nitro Cell to dispense once that plant starts to go down, and it looks like we might even see a rotate here from Obey as they try to go in through admin now. It looks like the Lion of Callout is going to try to rappel in through the printer window, but it looks like Spades, he's ready for the Nitro Cell from below as soon as his teammate can give him the intel on that rappel, but it looks like he's just going to just hold off for the time being. Detonating. So a little bit mistimed C4 there from Spades, as it looked like he didn't have the necessary intel for that kill. And again, another Lion charge will come out as it's Spades. Going to be very crucial on this late flank. But Callout makes his way down long desk. He takes one out, but gets immediately traded out from bathroom as it's Thumbus there for the kill. Again, Thumbus will find the 2nd kill before Fozo is able to take him out. But it's going to be a 1v3 situation for the Maverick. Doesn't know that there's one on the Visa stairs, and that's going to be a clean up there from DG, winning 2 rounds in a row here.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem with going a man down when you're attacking the top floor, is that you'll never actually have positive control of the floor below you at that point. And with Pulse still on the board, Mozzie, we saw there could have been a potential C4 kill inside of Printer, but that ended up not happening. Call out now switching to the IQ to try to, make sure that they have proper intel on all the operators at DG's disposal, but no pulse being brought. And now finally we're going to go to the garage site. As you can see, based on the way that, we actually are going to see a pulse and Callout's going to switch off of it. Is this 6 pick going to be effective for DG? I think it will if Callout doesn't read into this appropriately, but he's going to switch to the Lion from the IQ. That could be disastrous unless
Attackers need to locate and defuse
the attackers are able to get the wall open. But given that they aren't even bringing a Hibana, they're probably going to end up trying to push from the back. I just don't see them trying to Maverick open a hole to get into the garage. I mean, I guess it's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's unlikely. DG have to be feeling good about themselves right now, winning 2 weaker site defenses and winning them pretty handedly, not really having to worry about anything that Obey's been throwing at them.
10 seconds left.
Obey kind of have to be scratching their head at the moment as to like how can we make a dent in this DG defense. But Yeti right now just reconstructing the floor above the wall. This will effectively force the attackers to take control of Piano, make it probably, if it wasn't essential already, which it pretty much is, it is now absolutely essential that they take control of the floor above the garage so they do not fall victim to a defender just sitting up there and just kind of trolling them from above. As Callout is going to be droning out the main lobby and Piano and the antechamber, trying to just gain that little bit of control we were just talking about. Thumbus playing inside of the console office, waiting for anybody to try to push upstairs and gain control. He's just going to be biding his time. And we actually are going to see Fozo opening up parts of the garage. This is what I was talking about before, and this is why Maverick has been getting banned more and more. They're just opening up the garage enough to then make the reinforcements disappear, but it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. This could waste a lot of time for Obey if they're not able to do it, and they finally have.
Yeah, ever since figuring out about this this little trick with Maverick, you have just, I mean, there's not even really a need to bring the Thermite anymore. So you can literally open up just as big a hole, even bigger of a hole than Thermite would be, and you don't even need to bring that operator. And you can bring the Maverick if you're more comfortable with his gun. You can bring the Thermite if you're more comfortable with his. But either way, it looks like Summers has started to make his way down the spiral stairs, and he's going to look to see if he can't catch Callout slacking here just outside of the main lobby. That's going to be a nice shot from Thumbus as he hits him all the way from spiral stairs all the way in Callout spawn, as he is just now going to be starting to attack towards the building. See what he can't store up here with that EE1D.
I can't really say that either team has an advantage at the moment. Obey have the wall open. Spades is just waiting for anybody to push from the back side. He's actually going to board off the back now. He's going to be forced to hold his position as Thumbus is just going to try to keep control of Piano and force any attackers to push him. But Yeti is getting hit by concussions. Thumbus is in the perfect position to take this Zofia down as she is challenging. Another Lion comes out to force him to stay in position as Forrest pushes in, takes down Yeti. Carnage going on for a kill. Can't quite land it. Is actually going to get a double, maybe? I can't tell.
No, I think...
Oh, Reed picked up the other. So now Grixer with one, Fozo with another onto Reed. Carnage now in a 1v3 scenario. This is sort of the scenario where he needs to try to earn his keep here. Does he have any Maestro or Evil Eyes available? I don't think he does, as he's trying to figure out if he can reload or not, but he's in the worst position possible. No ammo left in his mag, and Obey are going to convincingly take that round, no problem.
And the good rounds coming out in chat from Obey. Fairly known for their liveliness inside of the in-game chat. Definitely Definitely one of the more, I don't want to say toxic, because it's not toxic. It's all in good fun. A lot of people like to get butthurt over the good nights and over the talk and chat, but that's just part of sports, esports in general. Football, you'll see people talking trash. Basketball, any sport that you're playing in, there's always going to be trash talking, and I like it. I think it's a nice way of getting into someone's head, and definitely think that Obey are one of the more vocal teams when it comes to trash talking.
Yeah, I just want to point out during that last round that, you know, Obey utilizing the Maverick very appropriately there, and effectively what that does, being able to open up the barrage panels in that fashion, effectively makes Bandit juggling and mute jammers irrelevant completely. It nullifies them completely, which is sort of something that we've been waiting for in Rainbow Six for a long time, is sort of like seeing a change in meta, not necessarily in the way that teams attack, but the operators that they select. So I feel like we're kind of finally seeing that here a little bit. But you know, Obey, obviously Maverick is their hard destructor of choice, and they're going to keep running it and keep running the rest of their operator lineup to be mostly fragging operators. I mean, you have Buck for soft destruction, you have Zofia as a flex to, you know, have a little bit of soft destruction and just a little bit more utility than Ash does, and Ash just being brought in to be, obviously they're fragging power. So we're just gonna have to see how they set up to attack this lobby, as they were not successful the last time that they attacked it.
Yeah, Grixer was previously bringing that Net Nomad in order to cut off rotates and flanks, which is definitely a very strong operator for Consulate. I'm kind of surprised that they decided to switch off of that operator and go on to the Ash. But overall, I mean, they won the last round with the Ash in play, so if it's not broke, why fix it? And definitely trying to make this Ash work on this upstairs attack. And again, we're going to be seeing Spades on that Clash, and it's always interesting to see your Clash play upstairs. It's such close quarters. Normally you want to play your Ash where she's got a little bit more room to maneuver, because she is so helpless with the shield in front of her face. She obviously can't shoot back, and if you're able to get close to her and melee the shield, she's essentially a fairly free kill. But the first kill will actually go in favor of Callout before Nitrocell blows Abunai out of the water. Callout will find the second kill onto Spades, but you've lost your Doc and your Clash. Those are two fairly big operators to take off the board here, especially for this top floor hold.
Well, Reed with another onto Fozo. That was a great shot. Nice little flick there, as Forrest is going to trade it back onto Thumbus. So Carnage and Reed, not in terrible scenarios, but Reed is going to have to retreat after getting droned out here, and it's going to fall right into the sights of Grixer holding the flank there. Carnage now looking up towards the hatch, waiting for the attackers to haphazardly walk into his line of sight, but it doesn't seem to be the case, as they're going to drone him out. He's going to relocate his way into the bathroom and try to utilize maybe his Maestro Evil Eyes in order to gain as much intel as possible. He's actually going to be opening up the hatch and going for a flank. This could be the play based on the time that Obey is spending thinking that they have his position locked down, but he has to be careful here coming up this staircase as to make sure that Grixer doesn't hear him. Grixer is getting spotted as he's going for the plant and then falls off of it, loses the fight to Carnage. Carnage now going to be opening up the piano doorway to give himself a little bit more of a line of sight. The attackers have relocated their position over to piano, and actually Grixer didn't have the diffuser. It's going to be Forrest planting the diffuser as Carnage rotates his way back into the bathroom, now coming full circle pretty much. And did he see the player at the hatch? I feel like he did, but didn't realize that was his leg. So yeah, I feel like he could see him there.
Yeah, he definitely saw him
from that hole.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he saw him on the hatch. And like you said, it just didn't realize. Obviously, it's a lot easier for us to spot the players because they're outlined in blue and orange. So possibly just blending in with the surroundings, having that, you know, that Chimera skin, whatever the skin is now that everyone's using inside of comp to blend in with the walls and shit. maybe that was what it was, but
The Ember Rise.
the Ember Rise one, that's what it is, yeah. So I don't think that the Buck was running it, but I mean either way, it was just probably a missed leg from Carnage. So just unfortunate to say the least. But even if he was able to find that kill, I don't think that he would have been able to clutch that round with the angle that was being held by the attack. But either way, an excellent effort there from Carnage, and we're gonna be tying things up 2-2. So. Definitely looking like it's going to be a much closer match than our previous one.
Yeah, I anticipate that this is going to go very much back and forth between these two teams. I'm trying to think here whether or not the clash is really
10 seconds.
what DG want in this scenario. Yes, it is, you know, holding Obey back a little bit, but you know, Obey proving that the power positions that they're taking to take control of that projector room are still strong, regardless of whether or not Clash is on the field. So, you know, like Call Out getting 2 kills from the console windows. He's outside getting both of those kills, and then he can freely rotate to any position he wants afterwards. Once Obey clears out the top floor, they, you know, Disrupt have to figure out what they want to do next. They have to figure out how to answer back there. As Grixer is now going to be opening up one of the admin windows. Could rappel up and go in through there. I believe he has droned it out. He's just opening up both windows to give the defenders that are trying to watch this something else they need to be paying attention to. As Grixer is actually, I think, looking for Yeti. I think that what they're trying to do right now is have one person look for Yeti to determine his location, and then they're going to try to push in dependent on that location itself. As I believe that Yeti's location... Someone's location in Visa could be Yeti. Yeah, it looks like Yeti and Spades both playing inside of Visa. Spades looks like he's going back down the stairs, and Yeti's going to retreat his way towards the bottom of Spiral Staircase. Now going to be waiting for the attackers to push, but he's actually expended his C4, so that's not good, but he's going to be giving out as much intel as he can, utilizing his cardiac sensor. Could catch a player off guard if they stop to drone without jumping onto a desk first, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment, as Spades is actually going to be droning up the stairs with a stolen drone, giving even more intel as to where and which attackers are in what position.
Yeah, definitely utilizing those attacking drones very efficiently here. As Yeti's going to come up Spiral Stairs. He's going to catch one person off guard. That's going to be Abinai. The Zofia taken off the board. So those Evil Eyes, if not already taken care of, are going to be able to withstand the rest of this round unless Forest or I guess Grixer are able to take them out. So definitely still have that utility, and the trades will come back and forth as that's going to be the pulse off the board. So no more intel. He already did use that C4, so not the most efficient kill, I guess. But either way, that's going to be a lot of utility taken off the boards as Spades is going to try to take this kill onto the Ash just outside the main lobby door. Going for a few pre-fires here, just not able to land that headshot as that's going to be Grixer, who will find the kill, but gets immediately traded from the connector window by Reed. What a nice shot and a heads-up play by him as he'll take down Forrest as well. Call out inside of the site, will get taken out from the flank as no, as actually Reed again will find another kill, and Fozo is the last one alive, but it's not going to matter as Thumbus comes flanking up the Spiral Stairs and will end that round off for DG. And again, more trash talking coming out in chat. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep going back and forth with this, you know, trash talk here and there. Reed actually with 9 kills now. He's getting a little bit fired up, it seems like. As Obey seemed to, you know, kind of fall pretty hard there. There were some very nice trades from DG, especially Reed from the connector window onto Grixer after Grixer won that fight onto Spades in the circle desk. So, you know, we're going to have to see which team really takes control here. Like I said, it could be a very back and forth contest here as Khaled is just waiting to decide what he wants to switch to and appropriately switches to the Nomad. This is a good play. Effectively on Consulate, Nomad is a potential counter to Valkyrie and the jump outs that she can provide via the intel from her cameras. So, once again, we have DG going downstairs. Yeti, not playing Mozzie this time, is actually going to be playing Jaeger. And Spades is now on the Valkyrie. Valkyrie has been spotted. They're going to try to, you know, lock down their flanks as I would assume that Obey is reading into where DG are defending next. And Nomad can be very effective on this map to deny control of Piano, which was a big part of
10 seconds
DG's
to
strategy was to keep control of Piano for as long as possible, even though they were able to get the wall open.
5 seconds left before
If
insertion.
Callout can get his air jabs in position to stop any of the defenders
Attacker's
from
objective is to locate
coming
a bomb
in and
defuse
out
it.
of Piano, it can be a huge deal, especially when it comes to the execute of their attack.
I only think that that's got to be something that you got to be looking out for. As we see a few more cameras get placed up by Spades, just trying to see if he can't get any intel onto where that plant might be going down, if they're able to get that main wall open again. And they are, once again, just bringing in the single hard breacher of the Maverick, but Thumbus, he runs out, he'll find 2 kills and get the down onto another? How do
Oh
you
my
let this happen?
gosh.
2 nice shots for Thumbus, just cracked out of his mind, and he just totally blows the attack out of the water there. Like, what?
He just absolutely obliterated those guys. Like, Kala and Abinai had no idea what was going on. The jump out came out, and he knew exactly where they were positioned. IQ not being brought here is a huge factor in that. Fozo is still going to be able to open the garage, though. He pretty much almost single-handedly, if he would have taken out Fozo, Thumbus would have single-handedly practically won the round for his team right then and there. Not only because of the man advantage, but because of the hard destruction that would have been lost in this scenario. Now, Obey don't really have much of an option here. They pretty much have to get this wall open, drone, assess their position, and just try to go for a plant. They're not going to have enough time to chase Spades and Yeti around the map. They're going to really need to focus their attention onto the site as Grixer is upside down, repelled outside of the garage. This can be a powerful angle at times, but I highly doubt that DG is going to peek it. So, we're just going to have to see what Obey have in store, because I feel like DG are just going to sit back and say, you know, walk into our crosshairs. We're going to hold off angles. We're not going to directly challenge you aggressing in. And you're obviously not bringing a Thatcher. Space is going to go for another run out.
Wow.
Great shot onto Forest. He's going to take a little bit of damage from a Claymore and get another kill onto Fozo. Can he go for the third? No, he can't. Oh, it's so close. Great plays coming out from DG to throw Obey off completely. This Valkyrie camera that's outside is obviously providing so much intel.
Oh my God.
And then, unfortunately for Grixer, he walks right into read shots with a SMG 11 holding the long angle. My goodness.
Oh my God, man! I don't think I've ever seen this much trash talking in a single match. But either way, I just have to go back to that jump out from Thumbus. Like, I guess he had the Valkyrie camera, I guess, out there, and without the attack being able to take that out, they had no IQ to utilize. They brought the Nomad instead of the IQ. So, of course, the one time they do not bring the IQ is the round where all the jump outs happen and there are no air jabs in place to be able to deny those jump outs. So, getting that first kill onto Abinai really opened up a hole in the attack in order for those runouts to occur without being punished. So, excellent play there by Thumbus. As just taking a look at the scoreboard here, Reed really going off here. 10 and 3. They just look so strong. DG, it looks like a completely different DG than what we saw last week.
Yes, and whether or not Carnage is performing on the scoreboard, there's definitely a lot of communication going into this DG side. Obviously, the Valkyrie camera we saw outside abusing the happenstance that Obey did, or excuse me, that Obey did not bring an IQ. But now we're going to see DG on attack here, and we're going to see what positions they put themselves in. The bottom floor being the defensive site of choice, garage and cafeteria for Obey, and no Maverick being brought but a Hibana. So this is definitely a different play style that we're going to see coming out from DG here, as they're going to focus their attention first on taking control of the upstairs. Abinai playing back in the archives, just going to be waiting patiently for any intel that Grixer can relay to him via the pulse scanner. And not really seeing too much right now. Sees the one outside of the antechamber window. And now jumping onto cameras to gain more intel, but doesn't quite see anything, even though there are attackers just out. Still following that player, and now Abinai is going to give the call out based on his audio cues that there is a player above him inside of Visa. Callout is actually going to be holding the bathroom. This can be very effective if no Thatcher is brought, but a Thatcher has been brought here. So Callout might have to retreat pretty quickly if that ADS and the mute jammer are gotten rid of. And now they're opening the wall above him. A C4 is going to get thrown out, but it's not going to yield any results, as Callout is just going to be sitting right up against this soft wall. Forced with one onto Thumbus. It's a good start for Obey here in this round.
This is the defense in which during all of the CO qualifiers, Obey continue to do this defense, and I've been a big proponent against it. Is somehow Spades or no, somehow Callout misses the shotgun shot onto the head of Reed. Will do a lot of damage, but won't find the kill. But as I was saying, this is the site. And this is the hold that we see so much from Obey back when they were known as the Pittsburgh Embers. They would use this mute inside of the bathroom to really slow down the attack. And it's not going to really yield that much in this round, as it's taken care of fairly quickly. Only 40 seconds left to play with, so not a lot of time left on the clock, but still an excellent hold and an excellent push out there from the attack.
Yeah, Obey, despite losing Callout, have wasted a ton of time. Yeti going to pick up one on Defozo. Abinai is watching the backside as the push is trying to come in. Karner's taking a little bit of damage from the Evil Eye as Forrest is back on to try to give as much intel as possible, knowing that the plant is coming in. If he doesn't get rid of this Evil Eye, he's not going to be able to plant, as Grixer's going to get one, and the plant is going to get denied by the Evil Eye itself. Now it's going to be all up to Reed with such low health. Can he win it? He's in a position that he might not know.
Oh,
close. Forrest barely able to turn around. A pistol versus pistol at the end. Luckily, Forrest pistol is actually a shotgun. So that was close. That was a very close round. DG almost brought it back, but Obey just had the man advantage for too long, staying out of the line of sight of all of the holes that were being made above them by DG for just long enough. And with that Evil Eye lowering Carnage as much as it did, yes, like you'd think like, oh, an Evil Eye can't, outright damage and down someone immediately, but because Carnage took that damage over time and they were unable to eliminate that Evil Eye, which they definitely could have done from Piano. They could have bucked above it and gotten rid of it with a grenade or Thatchered it or something. It just wasn't in the cards at that moment, and once Carnage had taken enough damage from the Evil Eye, there was no way the plant was going to go down. They had to go for frags. The miscommunication there really came and sort of bit disrupt.
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
Put that round out of their reach.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think that the lack of information there towards the end was definitely a big downfall, and an excellent clutch from Forrest, and a big props to Callout for wasting a lot of time on that top floor and ultimately just not giving Disrupt enough time to deal with the anchors on site. And ultimately that's what it came down to, is that plant, the plant was denied. Perfect play from Forrest to not only deny the plant but also find the last kill with the Bailiff. So definitely looking for another strong round here, as we're going to be switching over to lobby. We're going to be bringing a similar defense. There will be the Mozzie brought this time around. No smoke, and a pulse is going to be switched out for the dock. So definitely makes sense to bring those ACOGs for a site like lobby, as it's a lot of long angles.
Now, as Spades makes his way in towards Visa, we saw him place an air jab on the balcony windows. He's going to be taking down that camera in Visa as the rest of his relocate his position over towards the main lobby doorway. And we're going to have to see where he places his other two air jabs to prevent any jump outs from Obey, given that they have a severe lack of intel operators. Ooh, almost a pre-fire. That could have been That could have been lights out for that defender playing in projector. I couldn't quite tell who that was, but it seems like it's Abinai. Yeah, Abinai at the moment just playing behind the table, waiting for a upside down rappel from Spades. But depending on where Spades places his air jabs, it could mean dividends towards the end of the round when it comes to defender rotation. Abinai now has to potentially relocate his position because the wall is getting opened up behind him, but Reed is going to pick up 1 kill onto Forest. That is the Maestro off the board. That's a huge, huge kill. And now Abinai is actually going to challenge back towards Printer. This might not be the best position for him to be in, but he can definitely still waste a ton of time. Nice pre-fire onto Reed with the breach charge going off, thinking that it was a entry into the site, but not quite. But is it going to turn the wrong way and get taken down immediately by Thumbus? But then Thumbus is traded out by Grixer. Good covering from Obey to even up the man count. Fozo now watching out towards the main door. Could catch a attacker walking into his crosshairs. Call out still playing in the bathroom is going to go. Fozo going for a bang towards Zig. Not quite yielding any results as of yet. Spades, I don't know if he still has his air jabs left, but like I said, towards the end of the round, depending on where he puts them, it could mean a lot for the attackers. He doesn't have his air jabs anymore. He's still holding the angle in projector, making sure that nobody rotates over to the hatch to deny the plant. Carnage now going for the plant. Can he hold it? Do the defenders know what's going on? They have to push up. They have to do something. The C4 is messed up, and oh no, the plant goes down. Carnage not quite landing the shots, but actually picks up one onto Fozo, doing a ton of damage to Callout as Callout has to relocate his position. Grixer now coming down the spiral staircase will take out Carnage. Callout. Oh, Grixer with another onto Yeti. It's all up to Spades here, who does have control of the hatch above. Are they aware of his position though? He's gonna be looking down the hatch. Gets one as Grixer tries to go for the defuse. Callout didn't realize he was up there. Now is gonna have to go for the defuse. Getting low on time. He's low on health as well. Callout not sticking it. Oh, he looks away at just the wrong timing. Get it. The timing on that. Spades clutching up for DG. Great round from DG there.
An excellent round indeed, and unfortunate that the Nitro Cell did just miss. I'm not sure if he was going for the plant on the opposite side of circle or not, but you gotta wonder if he was able to hit that Nitro Cell, would that have been a different round? And it's looking like a much closer matchup here, and with DG taking the lead yet again by 2 rounds, and we will be seeing now the console office coming out from the defense of Obey. So, man, that round was just so close. Almost a nice retake there from Obey.
Yeah, that was definitely. It was a close round. Spades played his position that he needed to play. Callout obviously thought that he was outside of the front door, which would be the most typical position you would see, but Spades in just the right position and able to locate himself above the hatch. If that C4 would have gone towards its intended destination, which was obviously behind the circle desk, whether or not it would have denied the plant altogether will honestly kind of just be a mystery at the end of the day, because, the reason I say that is because say the Nitro Cell does land at its intended mark, but with the Nitro Cell being thrown, would the player trying to go for the plant have actually stayed in that position? Maybe they would have moved instead, you know? Like, worst case scenario for the defenders, the Nitro Cell doesn't land on its mark and they're still in the same scenario. So a lot of that defense really did hinge on that Nitro Cell landing where it needed to. So, you know, Obey have to kind of be kicking themselves for that one.
Yeah, definitely a round that it could have gone the way of Obey if they had that intel on the player upstairs, but they just did not have it. And again, looking to see how they're going to make this attack happen. Looks like Yeti's trying to find the main camera. He will eventually find the next nice angle onto that camera. So going to be seeing if they're able to make this admin take work out, as it seems as though that's going to be where most of this attack is positioning themselves. Looking to see here how these roamers on the side of Obey are going to decide to deal with this. As we do have some Nitro Cells on the board. Grixer and Fozo both with the possible Nitro Cell, and they're both going to be playing down below. So definitely going to be a big factor in this round.
I like this combination of Mozzie and Mute playing downstairs to play this style of, you know, deny the plant from below. Mute being utilized, obviously, to disrupt the intel being gathered by DG, to disrupt. And then on top of that, Mozzie kind of does the same thing, and they both have Nitro Cells. So this combination could prove deadly if DG do not read into the way that they're playing it. Now Grixer looking out the piano window. Could go for a jump out if this attack is determined to be going for an A-bomb planted. It seems like it does, given that the attackers have pushed their way into admin and are just outside the site, waiting for a little bit of intel. Forrest going for some pre-fires, not quite landing anything yet. As Grixer did see him for a second. Reed picking up one onto Forrest. That's a big kill. Maestro, the Evil Eye's now effectively useless. Fozo has jumped out and taken down Carnage, but he will not be able to make it back inside, opting to run towards the main lobby because he did down Spades. That could have been a huge play for him, not quite being able to get it, as Grixer is still down below with the Nitro in hand. So the attackers definitely have to push in.
A bomb has been located.
And there's only 30 seconds left, so...
Oh.
Grixer, nice shot onto Yeti. This could clench the round for his team if the C4 is on point, if they correct the mistake from the last round. Callout just playing inside the bathroom, utilizing the long angle. And Grixer's going to get that kill onto Reed. Was that the diffuser, though, because now Callout has been taken out, and Abadai will trade it back onto Spades. Abadai now will finish it up for his team, getting a round back in their favor.
A much stronger defense there from Obey, and it ultimately had to do with the lack of intel on that first floor roam. They got the kill onto the Mozzie once after he had jumped out, but they had yet to clear out the mute, and so the mute was able to get one kill onto the player outside of main lobby, and then able to get that Nitro Cell kill onto the player playing in or pushing in through projector. So definitely a big play there from Callout in order to really find those two frags that put the advantage back in favor of Obey. So big props to him, and looks like we're going to be going back down to the cafeteria. So look to see, or no, it wasn't Callout, it was Grixer on the mute.
Yes.
Yes, so big play by Grixer.
That was also very well played by Obey in terms of knowing that they still had a C4 below and playing much more passively and far away off site, so to speak. Like, yes, they were sort of trapped in between both sites, one on yellow stairs and one playing inside of the bathroom. But like I said, the yellow stairs position is very powerful if the attackers never take control of it, regardless of which site they're attacking. And having a C4 below, with all the attackers at that moment in the position to challenge Grixer downstairs being so low on health, they obviously didn't want to throw their lives away, but little did they know that they were still throwing their lives away to the C4 coming from below. Trying to rappel through the console window without taking control of yellow stairs is a no-no. You can't do that. Doesn't work. And then on top of that, just, you know, sort of falling victim to time management and not being able to gather intel on the downstairs roam, like you said.
Yeah, so definitely look for more intel gathering to come out here from the side of DG, as it looks like the drones are already starting to clear out this top floor, as it's going to be Dumbus to follow in behind it. Excellent use of the utility here from the attack, as again, this is going to be a bottom floor defense, and it looks like the only roamer really is going to be Callout and Abunai inside of Archive. So going to see Callout yet again inside of the bathroom, and if we could see, I believe that they reinforced the bathroom hatch so that the mute has no rotate out. So yeah, it looks like the hatch is reinforced. So that's again another big iffy choice, because I feel like if you do leave that hatch reinforced, I mean, you're basically leaving. Oh no, they have it unreinforced. Never mind. Before they would reinforce it, so it looks like they have kind of changed up the strat a little bit. I know that during the CL quals that they would reinforce that hatch, so I think that that's a bad choice personally, but well, definitely preference.
Regardless of that, Grixer is going to find Spades walking down the Visa staircase, thinking that it was potentially clear, but Abunai just watching the backside, which is his job down there. He can't accomplish anything else from that position other than watch the backside of the site. So, Spades now off the board. Nomad gone. Air jabs potentially expended, but not in positions that are going to help the attackers at the moment anyway. Grixer now with a C4 onto Reed, trying to push Callout in the bathroom. Good coverage from below, utilizing that cardiac sensor. Callout still playing his life in the bathroom. You know, this is looking like an Obey round for sure. Even though the wall is getting opened up, the Maestro cams are still in position as they were before. And it's Disrupt is having a hard time getting control of Piano. call out is going to find that shotgun kill onto Yeti, trying to push him, and he could potentially have retreated back down. No, he's still upstairs, as now that Maestro Evil Eye has been taken down. Carnage knows there's one on yellow stairs. Thumbus picking up one onto call out finally, getting control of the bathroom, but it's probably a little bit too late, as the ADSs are in position to stop all of the utility going in. Carnage has pushed all the way into the site. Thumbus not in a position to help him at all. Fozo picks up one onto Carnage, and now Thumbus just off in no man's lane, still above the site, probably trying to just, at this point, has to at least try to run down the yellow stairs. Yeah, that's exactly where he's going to go here. Still running into some barbed wire, not taken out. There's a player playing right below him, but they miss all their shots. Everyone's missing their shots, and then finally, someone finally got the kill. Grixer ended up taking Thumbus down. Everybody just sort of throwing their bodies there at the end. There was no way that Disrupt were going to win that round. Thumbus, unfortunately, not being able to cover Carnage in the position he was in, and that ties up the game at 5-5. And look at these two teams, both with players going, you know, with tons of kills, same amount of deaths, and then everyone else is relatively even, I'd say.
Yeah, and we've got the devil's number on the side of Obey with the 666, so it definitely looking like they're possessed, you know, and looking to see, again, like you said, 5-5 now, so this is definitely going to be going the full distance of all 12 rounds, and I will remind you that there are ties inside of CL, so if we do end up 6-6, both teams will receive 1 point, just like in Pro League, so definitely not something that Obey is going to be looking for. As we stated earlier, Rise Nation, who won both of their matches today, recently took over first place inside of CL by 1 point. They have 13 points. Obey has 12. So Obey is really looking to try to keep their flawless streak going, as they are 4-0 inside of Challenger League right now. They're trying to make it 5-0 and then possibly 6-0 with the match later against DG. So they're so close to getting that win. I mean, they just need 2 more rounds, 2 more wins, and they'll secure the 3 points and then put themselves back in front of Rise Nation.
Right. So once again, we're seeing a lobby defense, and DG are going to be attacking admin side once again. No real change in operator selection, but reading into the moment that he realizes that he started to frag out, he's going to pick the fragging operator. He's going to pick Twitch, who wields arguably the most powerful gun in the game right now, which is the F2. But Obey are just going to be sitting back and waiting. I'm surprised we're seeing Grixer not on the pulse again, but he has been playing Doc very well in this position. Abinai playing inside of Projector once again with coverage from the bathroom and from inside of console. Is trying to open up more for his teammate to see a line of sight all the way to the doorway. Abinai is going to get, or no, that's his own drone. I apologize. That is Abinai's drone. He's positioning to watch for a plant scenario, as Forrest is going to be holding down Piano, going for some pre-fires. There's nobody really there, though. There is a Disrupt player outside of the front door. As Yeti is making his way towards Visa, is going to make sure that it's still clear, checking both of his cameras in position to watch the flank. And Thumbus is going to be pushing long desk, trying to gain control of Projector.
Yeah, and about half the round left to go, and not a lot of ground has been covered by DG. It looks like Carnage going to finally try to make his way to open up this this long desk wall inside the Projector, but no, it's going to be Abinai. Not only does he take out some of those pellets, but he'll take the head right off of Thumbus, so that's going to be your Zofia off the board. Those Maestro cameras will be able to live a little bit longer unless we see Reed be able to take those out with the Twitch drone, as looks like Reed will take down Forrest, so it's not even going to really matter. The Maestro cameras will persist, but they will not be able to do any damage, as the operator has been taken off the board. About 50 seconds left to go, and it looks like Abinai is going to go for a little intel, as he's actually rotated all the way downstairs. They do have 2 nitro cells down below, so they do have the ability to go for these throws up through the hatch if they have the intel, but they're going to need that intel if they want to be successful with it.
DG looking like they're going to try to execute onto the site, but do they know that Emblem of Nitro said as there is a jump out from Fozo, and Spades is actually going to catch him from the balcony. Yeti with yet another getting a nade kill as it's now Grixer Oh, nice shot onto Spades, but can't win the fight down below him. Well played there by DG. They secure 1 point in this first match.
Not only
So-
do they secure the 1 point, like you said, but they also deny Obey from taking back over first place, at least in the first match. I mean, Obey could still tie first place if they get the next point here. But it's not what Obey was looking for.
Right. DG there, even though Obey were in a man advantage for a little while, they sort of lost it once they started jumping out and you know trying things to like secure their win there. They really didn't need to jump out. All they had to do was wait for call out to throw a C4 to potentially deny the
Defenders,
plant if
protect
it
your
went for a
bombs from
default
being defused
location.
by attackers.
But that wasn't the case. Unfortunately, a miscommunication somewhere alongside of Obey's comms prompted that jump out to occur, and they're paying for it here. They lost their opportunity to, you know, get 3 points for this game specifically. Also, I think that something worth pointing out here is that, you know, Obey are doing a very good job of using distractionary tactics to get their frags.
10
And
seconds
what I'm
left.
specifically referring to is, obviously, they want to remove Abinai from his position in Projector, right?
Yeah.
So they push into Printer and Admin, and they start to open up the wall behind him. They have I want to say, oh, Yeti actually with a kill onto Abinai, stopping the spawn kill dead in its tracks. Unfortunate. And to finish my thought really quickly, they just do a good job of distracting the attackers, forcing their train of thought and attention towards one area, and then shooting at them and gaining their frags from another. I want to delve deeper into it, but we're so far into the round at this point. The explanation will have to come at another time.
Yeah, and Abernai falling early yet again. A nice shot there by Yeti on the buck, and I've seen time and time again how powerful he is with that C8. And 3 cameras have been thrown out here by Grixer on to the south side. So not gonna have any more intel on the site with at least with the black eyes. Probably an evil eye or 2 inside of the site, as Grixer's just trying to get as much intel as he can and possibly go for another jump out, which was kind of the downfall of Obey in the last round. So looking to see maybe not as much of an aggressive play, but Grixer does spot the player on his drone and might go for the jump out here. Will start to break down the window and possibly hop back onto his camp, but no, he's just gonna hop right out, go for the kill, and yes, he'll take down Carnage, dropping the diffuser onto the ground, and he might be able to make it all the way back to main lobby unless there's somebody from the roof that's gonna be able to deny that. It looks like that's gonna be Yeti. Yes, it will. A nice shot there from Yeti to deny the Valk from getting back into sight and taking out that Nitro Cell.
Attackers recover.
That was a worthwhile trade in terms of putting the diffuser in a bad position, and now Fozo going to capitalize on it, getting one more. Coming up the yellow stairs on a flank, call out now, just waiting to throw his gas canisters to waste as much time as possible, and Reed above yellow, trying to catch Fozo rotating away, but won't quite be able to. Yeti now coming up the yellow staircase with the diffuser in hand. They have to be careful pushing into this position. They don't have enough intel left, as Yeti's actually going to win that fight onto Fozo, who was playing inside of Piano. Now taking full control of yellow stairs, Force is going to be watching Spiral, and Callout's going to try to position his gas canisters to deny the plant for as long as possible. There really aren't any positions that are better suited at the moment, but they're still in trouble, as Callout knows there's someone definitely outside of his windows going for the shotgun shots, can't quite land it, as Forrest is going to try to hold a long angle. Callout now going to throw his gas canister. That's good timing at least, as oh, nice rotation from Forrest to take down Yeti, who had pushed into the site, bucking a hole in the console office wall. Reed now going to hot breach into Admin, now trying to come up for a flank a little bit, try to put himself back in position to help his team. And now Forrest is going to get taken down, coming up yellow stairs, and one coming from long desk. Does Callout know where he is? He knows where one is. Can he get the other? Oh, it's so close, but he can't quite get it, and Disrupt will win the game, even with the team kill.
Wow. Almost a clutch there from Callout with the TK. Thank you for the points. They did need those very much, as Disrupt was they were sitting in 7th place, so they will secure 3 points and tie themselves with Adventure Force for 6th. So that's why we're top 7 team in CL, baby. Reed GOAT. Reed is the GOAT. 16 kills, 16 and 8, a nice 2.0 KD.